Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Wednesday Live before Big Brother and whatever the other one's called. I forgot.
Show I don't watch.
You don't watch either one of them?
Oops.
Oh, it's good. You need to
My
watch
bad.
it.
Hold on. Okay.
Let me get caught up here. I know Johnny came in a little bit. So, hello, Johnny, if you're still here. If not, Tina, welcome.
Tina. Hey there.
Karen's here.
Hey, Karen.
And Laurie's here.
Hi, Lori.
So, anyway, we were just chatting about sales before we went on, and they're slow. So, and there's Travis. Hi, Travis. Travis is having his live tomorrow night at
what time tomorrow night? Because he didn't put anything out.
7 Central.
Okay.
He asked me if there was a problem with it, and I said, well, Chuck and Nate go live at 6 p.m. Central, but I said, no matter when you go, you're going to conflict with someone, but you're going an hour into their show. So
absolutely.
Just do your thing.
Hello, Lissa. Here.
Welcome.
Hey, girly.
And there's Daryl and my other brother, Daryl. Hey, Daryl. So, yeah, 7 to 9 Central. Okay.
Perfect.
And he's got a lot of giveaways.
Yes, he does. Mom said she would be there too.
Our 100-degree temperatures are ending. And tomorrow and Friday and Saturday, we're going to get rain. I think we'll get 100 tomorrow, but then it goes into rain tomorrow night, and we need rain so bad. We got a major fire in western Oklahoma. They're actually evacuating towns.
That's not good.
Out near the Texas border. So, anyway.
My other brothers are Dave and Brian.
Oh, well, I did watch the show. Daryl, my other brother, Daryl.
Newhart, right?
Yep. Bob. How many times can they say Bob and you have to drink, right? And Johnny was here, but I think he left. And there's Sharon. Hello, Sharon.
Sharon, my mom just got something from you. My mom is Nanette. I saw your little thing. It said Reds. I'm like, oh, you got something from Sharon. I can't remember what it is.
You see that wrestler behind me?
I see. Other way.
Hulk Hogan.
Nice.
A buddy of mine called me up the other day and he goes, hey, he sends me a picture and he sends me a copy of a Macari and a eBay photo, and it showed like $125. And I was like, he goes, hey, man, look what I found. I said, good for you. He goes, you want it? I was like, what do you want for it? So I looked it up, and I'm seeing like $50, $60, $90. I'm like, this thing's all over the place. I said, yeah, I'd be a buyer at 35. He goes, how about 15? And I was like, 15? I said, meet me at the post office. I'm on my way to the post office. I met him, and I handed him a 20, and I just said, here, man. He goes, you sure? I was like, yeah, I'm sure.
Hey, Harry.
We're near the border, Sharon. Harry? Hey, Harry. Yeah, she, anyway, he gave it to me, and I washed it because it was dirty.
Yeah.
And I've got it listed for $110, and I just sent out a $100 offer, so.
Hi, yes. Van. Good to see you.
Hi, Van. Van, for those of you who don't know, Van lives in Chicago. He sent Angie and me a box. Angie's weighed 30 pounds, and mine weighed 23 pounds. And so I'm assuming she's got clothing and stuffed animals or something, and hopefully I got other stuff.
Oh, he's like, hopefully I got all the good stuff.
The stuff that I like to sell. Hello, Jessica. And he said he forgot because it's been so long. Oh, but where I'm talking about, Sharon, is out towards Woodward in northwest Oklahoma, not south. I know where Denton is. Mean Green. I lived in Dallas twice, so I kind of know.
I told you that vintage Santa would do really well, Van. People love vintage Santas, even when they are kind of weird and scary looking.
So Van was talking about these cowboy boots he had last week, and he sold them for $71, but he's got some sneakers that are selling better than those. So
nice.
So that's nice. And anyway, the van sent the boxes to us, and we're going to do an unboxing, I'm assuming, next Wednesday. Is that correct?
Assuming all goes as planned.
Okay. So we'll do an unboxing, and we'll get together and figure out how to proceed with that because he'll be on here. Hopefully his internet works good enough.
I know.
There he is, man. He's becoming a regular again. Look at that.
Oh man, did you watch his videos making those skulls, the two-tone things? Those
I comment on all of them.
Cool. Those were so cool.
You know his humor.
Yep.
Hopefully everybody will get to see me next Wednesday. Yeah, I won't unbox it. I'll be waiting with breathless anticipation to open that box. So
I know, we both will.
But it's on the way. I'm tracking it.
That's so nice, Van. We appreciate you.
Yeah. As always. So yeah, Man Mountain Metals, man. If y'all hadn't checked him out, check him out. He's trying to get to 500. Subscribe. If you enjoy a warped sense of humor and a man with 100 cats. Maybe not that many cats, but
no, not that many. Let me see.
Lives in Tennessee.
I didn't know he was in Tennessee.
Yeah, he's in kind of southwest central Tennessee, I guess. Almost Buford Pusser country. You know, the Walking Tall movie?
Yeah.
The original one. He was the sheriff of McNairy County and a former wrestler. There
is his link to his channel if you haven't checked him out. He melts metals and stuff and makes all kinds of cool things. He knows a lot about that, and he has kind of a dark warp sense of humor like I have, so I appreciate him so much.
Yeah, we comment on each other's videos all the time just because he has that, and he'll make some snide comment on mine, so I'll turn around and make a snide comment on his. That's just kind of the way we roll, as they say. Yeah, anywhere in Tennessee is Tennessee. That's right. Well, hello, H to the E to the double O. Marcy?
She only said hi to you, Bobby.
Oh, well, yeah, okay. There she goes.
Hi, Marcy. Good to see you. So let's real quick, while we're just starting, talk about this Big Brother twist. Sorry for all those not Big Brother fans. What do you think about this whole partner thing?
You know, I don't know yet. I mean, it's kind of funny how they got to pick the partners that they're using. Yeah. So it's almost kind of like last year where that one group that went all the way kind of kept somebody on the hook over here that wasn't that good a player while they try to survive. But I think the targets tonight are going to be the two girls that are strongest.
Yeah, I think so too. But I don't think I'm a fan of the partnership thing.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I really haven't got a favorite player yet. There's a couple I dislike. I was ready to see Pooch go because he was so cocky that he wasn't going home.
Yeah.
So I was good with that.
The guy who's the reseller, I have to like him, and that competition he did was perfect for him because I imagine he's a gamer, and I think that reflexes of holding the thing and then sitting down quickly, that's a gamer would have better reflexes for that. Yeah. So I thought that.
Well, he's a thrifter too, so I kind of like him because he's a thrifter.
Yeah. So I kind of like him so far, but we'll see. Well, saying you should be watching now.
Yeah, thanks for giving me DTs on it. Hey, there's Melissa on vacation.
Oh, nice. Taylor needs to be gone, says Melissa. We just had to get the Big Brother talk out of the way because, it wouldn't be a Wednesday in the summer if Bobby and I aren't dying to watch that show.
Yeah, I've never missed a season. But I do like the show afterwards as well. But there's Love Island, Survivor, Amazing Race, and Big Brother on there. And there's some really strong people too. So there's Miss Danny May.
Danny May. Hey, girl.
Melissa was on her channel yesterday talking about
paranormal. There we go.
I thought Lissa was a ghost anyway, so it made sense for her to be there. So she said something on the beginning about keeping squirrels out of the thing. I guess she must have a lot of squirrels where she lives.
Who, Lissa?
Uh-huh.
Well, it is Ohio. Oh, it's so weird because before I moved to Florida, I was in Ohio, and we have squirrels fat, storing, food for winter, like they get really fat. Here in Florida, they don't hibernate. So all the squirrels are like super skinny. They're like anorexic squirrels. It's the
And we got a bunch of them behind us. My dog Baby used to chase them up the tree all the time. And occasionally she'd catch one, but she don't catch them anymore. She kind of almost ignores them. As long as she stays away from skunks, I'm fine. Lisa, I do have to ask you, you were drinking some kind of a red drink while you were on camera with Danny May. What was that drink?
A red drink?
It was in a mug, like a clear type mug, and I didn't know what it was. So, fat ones in Wisconsin.
Yeah, exactly.
They're probably feeding them like cheese curds and stuff.
No, you come to Florida and they're anorexic squirrels. It's the strangest phenomenon.
No, in Wisconsin, they're probably feeding them. Look, they're... And snakes. Yeah.
Yep, true.
Maybe you don't mess with snakes.
Journey.
Miss Journey. Hey, Miss Journey, Lissa, and MML are here. What color squirrels does everyone have? We just have the gray ones. We don't got no gray ones in Oklahoma. We got a red ones. They match the dirt. Brownish red. Yeah.
Red and brown. Once in a while, some with black on them, but not too many gray ones.
So you like the black ones, Marcy? You know what they say about squirrels? Once black, never back.
Oh, hi. Welcome in. Oh my goodness.
P8 Energy Palm
What's wrong with your
Blueberry. No, you didn't watch the whole Palm Blueberry. Oh well, no, I didn't watch the whole thing. I have to work too, Lisa. I don't get to just hang out and watch YouTube chats.
Well, you could be working while you're watching.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's wrong with your kitty? I hope it gets better. MML's a big kitty guy. Florida squirrels are strung out.
Oh, Jessica's has to go. Bye, Jessica. Thanks for coming.
Bye, Jessica. Lots of oak trees in our neighborhood, so they hoard. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got an oak. I've got three mulberry trees in my yard. So when those are, in full bloom, man, them animals are all over my trees. And then I have those ugly, what are those stupid things? I hate them. Karen remind me what my trees are in the front. I hate those trees. The limbs fall in ice storms bad. No comment. Yeah, I'm trying to. Man, you guys went crazy with the chat here.
I've never seen white squirrels, Daryl. That's interesting.
In Maui, the cardinals are even different because just their heads are red, and they're different colors in different places. Hey, Donica.
Hey, girl.
Florida squirrels are probably tweaking. Yep. We ate all the red ones.
Hi, Rose. Welcome in.
Rose, you do. No, I don't. Barter Mania has the biggest death pile of people I know. Mine's not so. I mean, I've got it, but it's not like it's all
our money pile. We're just saving that money for later.
Man, that chat is. Hey, friends. Okay. Hey, it's Biff. By the way, I want to say rest in peace to Tony Dow, my favorite TV show as a child. Leave It to Beaver by far is my favorite show. And
he said he was just at his house. I said, what is he trying to tell you? Something?
Bradford pears. That's the ones in my front yard, and I hate them.
Yeah, but do you get pears?
No, they're not. They're not that kind of pear.
Oh, they're not fruit bearing.
No, they're just ugly tree. Well, they're trees that drop tree limbs, and we have ice storms. Bad.
Oh,
There's Jimmy lurking.
Hey, Jimmy. I'm finally going to get to add Jimmy to my stickers back there because we're trading stickers so he can join my little group of the cool people. How come you're not back there, Bobby? Where are your stickers?
My stickers are all right here in front of me.
Where's your sticker? Says the cap guy.
I just found out that yeah, they did, but he died this morning. His son announced this morning that he did die today. He was in hospice, so I knew it was close. Excuse me. I have a nephew that I just found out started making the beverage containers, the logos and stuff for them, and T-shirts. And so I'm going to connect with him and see if he can make some of that stuff for me. I'll probably get a better deal.
Good.
Because he's just starting out. And then
Cool.
if he does a good job, unlike China where I ordered my hats, then I'll start shouting him out to my viewers.
Okay, listen, it can't be any worse than the hats you got from China.
It can't be.
Okay, guys, in case you weren't here back then, Bobby sent them a proof. And it basically said, it was a picture of that banner. And he said, move this and that with little notes on it. And they basically just took a picture of that picture with his notes and everything and put it on the hat.
Yep. And I got like 4 of them. So.
Oh, so bad.
Travis just sent me a photograph. I guess he's baking cookies now. He's Susie Homemaker. So.
Well, he says he's making cookies for the live stream. I don't know if he's giving them away.
How's he going to share them with us? Was he going to eat them and go, here? This one's for you, Bobby. You won the drawing. I'm going.
Yeah, here. Want a cookie?
Monster. They were hilarious.
Karen says you don't need stickers.
And yes, rest in peace, Tony Dow. Now, Jerry Mathers, I mean, Beaver was my favorite, but I did like Tony. And I have the first season on DVD. I need to go back and watch it because that was when they were the best, when they first started out. Poor people eat squirrel. Hate to break it to you, big fat rat. Oh, yeah, we know that. We've seen the Beverly Hillbillies. We know that y'all eat possum and squirrels and. Oh, okay.
MML.
Are they marijuana? Are they marijuana cookies?
I was thinking that. Are they pot cookies? Oh, and Marcy, I'm glad you got the stickers. Of course, I was sending them to you and Chuck. Chuck and Nate need to get a funny sticker together. I think that would be great.
I do have one of Travis's hats.
Hey, I don't have a hat of Travis's.
Oh, wait, that's not it.
Wait, that's not it. But I have his ornament he sent me over Christmas. It was super cute, but I need a sticker from Travis.
Oh, you only sent me like next to Yenzer Picker.
I didn't get a hat.
Yenzer Picker sent me like 90 friggin' stickers. I'm like, dude, I don't need but one. How many stickers are you going to get rid of? I know they ain't free.
Oh, you should have sent me one of his with my thing I got. I ordered a Pokemon from Bobby.
Can of butter. JT stole all my stuff. Well, that's because you're sending out multiple. When I send a sticker out, it'll be one sticker. Won't be like 12 stickers to one person. I mean, what do you need them for?
Well, you could give them away.
On the back of your hippie van or something?
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Yep, that's true. That's true. That's true. No, I do have stickers here, but different people. I've got an Enaman behind me from Kevin.
You have an actual Enaman?
Uh-huh, yeah. Mm-hmm. I got it a long time ago.
I only have this one.
Oh, no, I got the old one.
You got the real
one. And then I got this one. Somehow Kevin found a couple of these ornament ones, and he was out of them when I went to buy it, so I found one online and bought it. And that's actually worth a pretty good amount of money.
Really?
Yeah. So, see, you know. Hi, I'm Junior. I guess you don't get much of an enema from a little enema, man.
I was super excited that my girl Reagan said Angie resells on the thing that they sent me the thing out. I was like, oh, Reagan said thanks to me.
Kevin sent me one time, I think when I was getting to like 500 subs or 1,000 subs or whatever it was, he sent me a big one. But he swore to me that I wouldn't keep it, that I would give it away. And so I did. I can't remember who won it.
Wait,
one of you in the chat
cover or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Oh, Jimmy says he likes this hippie van.
Hey, can you imagine running around a golf course with an Enaman golf head cover?
That would be funny.
We're trying to get some of your inventory so we can. But I did sell some panties yesterday.
Not
1981, 1981 youth satin panties, size 5. And that was my biggest sell of the day yesterday, $26 and change. It's like,
yeah,
and they're brand new, of course, but it's like, man, people like them. And it was a guy that bought them. So,
Journey, I completely agree. I think Kevin is not only just you know, a cool guy, but he's a great motivator, I think, for resellers. And I love his family. They're like super close, and I think that's great. In 2020, the Enemen were only $12.95.
Didn't he play?
Oh, well. I don't know how much he was. Oh, he was $24. So, and I bought stickers too.
Yeah, he is.
I agree, Karen.
Yeah, Kevin's one of the best guys out there doing YouTube videos. Now, one thing I will say about Kevin is I saw somebody on Facebook today, I guess, really getting ugly about they were at a place where they knew that there was a bunch of stuff worth money, and they wanted $2 a piece, and the guy offered them $1 a piece. And the other guy said, I stood there, and then I offered him full price for all of it, and the guy ended up making a full price offer and getting it. I said, first of all, to be mad if you try to counter me while I'm standing there already with the deal going on, it's up to them to say yay or nay. Now, if I think I'm going to make a bunch of money, I'm not going to even, try to knock them down on price. I'm just going to pay it because I know I'm going to make money. But then the people started bashing YouTubers, and they were like, I hate when these YouTubers show that they can, it's $1, and now can I get it for 50 cents? And then they were going into this dissertation on it, and one of them said, what's the guy that has a pawn store? Craigslist Hunter?
Yes.
Okay. He made a comment that if you bought $100,000 worth of stuff for $1 a piece, but you could get it for 50 cents a piece, you save $50,000. I'm like, well, I don't go around typically buying $100,000 worth of inventory at a time, but but I get the point, But let's be real. If you're going to make $30 on an item and it's $2, I'm not going to say, will you take $1 just to be the winner of the bid? I'm going to go ahead and just buy it. And
what you said about you would get mad, I have been at a yard sale when I've seen somebody lowballing. Oh, like I bought 8-track tapes, and the guy was like, I'll give I want them, but I'll give you $1 for the whole case of them or whatever. And they wanted like $10. And I looked over, and it was like 3 boxes. And they were like considering, I said, no, I'll give you your $10 for it. And he like got all pissy and walked away. But like, see, that's just somebody taking advantage too. So, but I did say,
to me, there's a point. If you're going to make good money, I'm okay with paying it.
Yeah.
Obviously, if it's worth, a ton of money, like that guy that offered me that Hulk Hogan plush behind me, I offered him 35 and he only wanted 15, but I gave him 20. I was like, I'm going to do the right thing, give you more than you want. But he was doing me a favor as well. And I had to clean it and all that stuff. But I'm like, I'm not going to intentionally go in and say, now I do bundle, and that's where I get around a lot of that.
That's true. Well, that's different.
So, hey, I want all the video games. How much for all of them? $50. If they would have been $2 a piece, I'd have spent $80. I'm going to get them for, a price.
Yeah. So
that I will do. But I would get mad if I'm negotiating and you come in behind me and try to out negotiate me.
Oh, no.
I would get mad.
He was mad for sure, but he was lowballing them so badly, and they were like this elderly couple, and I'm like, no. I didn't really want him to pay $10, but I will, just because you're just like trying to take advantage. Oh, and Travis said, I'm sure your mom will win something tomorrow. Sticker will be included, except for she's going to want to keep the sticker. So you're going to have to include 2 because I want one.
Now, what was Donica meaning by her and her husband are thinking of times gone by? What do you mean by that? Are you just like reminiscing of times when you were younger or something? Because you're not old.
Who said that, Danielle?
Yeah, Danielle. So when you get my age, then you can start reminiscing about stuff you missed, like disco and.
What you did miss is up above. She said her 16-year-old got his license today and went to play disc golf about 10 miles from home with just him and his 14-year-old brother. Girl, my heart is just like beating overtime for you, because I was the exact same way. My 2 girls were 2 years apart, and the days when they first went out in the car by themselves, I literally had my phone gripped with me the whole time, wondering if they were like gonna make it, if it was gonna be okay, if they're gonna get into a crash 3 houses down. So I know you had been going crazy today.
Tommy's only offering a dime apparently, so really he's being really cheap.
Hey, Hey, Tommy, good to see you. And Melanie is in here. Hi, Melanie. Bobby's like missing everyone. He's not saying hi.
I am. Angie, I'm going to co-host on Beardos tomorrow night. Any advice? Well, they're going to ask you some questions, Gino, that you may or may not want to answer.
We're going to know more about your life than you ever cared to share after tomorrow.
We'll Jimmy, you cut in on my you cut in on my negotiation to give views. I'll get you views because when you go back out to your car, your tires will be cut.
So I have a question for everyone. I have decided to try doing some short videos, just to see how they go. And what prompted me is I was talking to Rachel Strickland one day, and she said she is doing those like every morning. She does one that goes to Instagram and to YouTube. And I kind of like looked at it a little bit, but it seems like there's a lot of people either one side or another. Some people saying that, you know, it doesn't really help your channel or it could hurt your channel. Other people says, yeah, it introduces people to your channel. What do y'all think? Do you?
My opinion is I get more views on my shorts than I do my actual videos, but I'm not making the videos like I used to, and I'm getting ready to start again. But my shorts do better because it's only 1 minute and somebody can stay for a minute and they're not going to, you know, be bored or whatever. On TikTok, if you make TikToks, you get up to 3 minutes. So you can, you know, when I'm showing stuff I bought, I want, you know, in a minute, it's hard to get it all in there and say what you want to say, but you got to plan it out and do it. Sometimes I have to do 2 or 3 takes, but on the 3 minute thing on TikTok, I got plenty of time to say what I want to say and show what I bought, which is typically what mine are.
Right. Okay. But so tell me why though.
I don't care about
it. Why is it a bad idea? And I seriously want to know because I've done like 3 of them, like 1 a day this week. And I kind of, once I started looking into it, literally people are on the extreme end, either yes or no, it could really hurt your channel. And I don't know what to think.
I like shorts personally. I don't care what happens to my channel over it. I mean, I've kind of got to that point where my channel's not going to take off anyway, so I don't care about that. I'm slowly gaining, but it's like it was back when I didn't have 1,000. So I don't care.
Gino, you can't.
But I like seeing views, so I get more views doing shorts.
Yeah. Don't go topless, but you do need to have your shirt unbuttoned. It seemed like that's the rage for the Beardo show.
Yeah, I won't be staying long if Gino's got his shirt unbuttoned.
Why? You're used to the other two.
Okay, well, have you seen Gino's old man self without a shirt on?
Separate your audience and push start.
Well, wait a minute. It is Nate, isn't it? Separate your audience and the push starts with subscriber interaction. You understood that?
No, I don't.
I mean, because I've heard the same thing talked about lies versus, you know, videos that you put out.
Right. I do know some people like have a live channel, and I don't do that.
But I see more people watching videos that are pre-made than I do lives. You may get more viewers in your lives, but subscriber-wise, I don't see a ton of people watching.
I get way more views on my videos than I do lives.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And you know what's funny is I saw there is one group that is getting millions of views now, and some of them are just so stupid. And they're those the people that, and I do a little bit of prepping, but these people that prep or try to scare you in what's going on in the world, every one of them gets 800 million views, and you're like, really, dude? That's what you came on here to show me was you bought powdered potato flakes and corn syrup, and this is how you're going to store them, and that's what people are watching. So sometimes I shake my head at what people watch.
So 50% of audience don't click on notifications. It's a horrible signal. Yeah. And I guess it seemed like what a lot of people were saying is that the shorts audience is just that. They're just the shorts audience. So doing the shorts may gain me subscribers, but they're probably not going to be around for the other content.
So
That's why I'm asking,
Tina,
because I really wasn't sure what to do.
I don't know why. Are you running an auction? If you're running an auction, you're probably getting a listing fee. But if you're doing a buy it now, you shouldn't be getting one with all the free ones they're giving nowadays. Used to, everything you had to pay for, and now it's not. But you're copying a listing. I don't know.
So what is in the box?
And what category is it? That would be another thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Bribery works if you give the right price. Hey, good night there, Mr. Beatles. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. You may get more people in your lives, because I see lives like Johnny's in the morning. He typically has 50 to 55 people in there, but they're all the same people. So he doesn't get a lot of subscribers, new subscribers, I guess I should say, because he's still trying to get to 1,000.
Right. Tommy,
So,
I'm glad you said something, because I really have been on the fence about it after, they're so easy to make, but I just didn't know if it would hurt or help. So,
uh-oh. Thanks, Karen, for just making it worse.
Does that mean Taylor's gone?
No, Taylor's doing something. Oh. Probably running around with her pageant dress on. Why do you take pageant dresses to Big Brother? That's the last thing I want to see. Hey, why don't you have MML on, and he can have his shirt open too tomorrow night, since you're co-hosting with Chuck.
This has happened before. This time it was a book.
See, I don't do a lot of books. I don't know if I don't think they have fees. Unless man boobs are in. What, and Dad Bods or something? Is that also something? Hey, what's up there, Mr. California?
What's up, Vincent? Good to see you.
I remember when he first came out and he got all them video games in that storage unit. I was like in awe. I was like, oh man, look at all the great video games he got. Taylor and Daniel. They must be fighting or something. Yeah. Okay. Quit. I've got it recorded. Every 6 super chats, I unbutton a button. Oh, well, that's better than my dancing.
But every 6, you're going for the big money.
Yeah. And he's probably going to wear like a shirt with 13 buttons or something. Like the John Wayne old panel ones or something. The good old days. That's not the good old days. There was a guy here locally I ran into a yard sale last week, and I haven't seen the man in probably 2 years. And he had a YouTube channel for a short period of time. And I ran into him, and he didn't see me, and I saw him leaving. I was like, man, get out of my neighborhood. Even though I was in his, but we got to chatting. He said, I ain't been yard selling in 2 months. I was like,
I finally got to yard sale this weekend, which it was so great to be able to go to yard sales, but it looks like more rain this weekend. So, so far on Friday, there's 2 estate sales and no yard sales. So that sucks. Lives do tend to draw the same people.
Yeah.
Not a good
and that's fine if you,
that's not why we do
friends.
lives. The way I look at it is your other videos are what is going out and YouTube is promoting. Yeah. I kind of feel like the lives are for your relationship building, for the people that are, you're becoming your friends and you're building your community. At least that's how
Tina,
I look at it.
This is probably the first year that I feel like the same way, that the yard sales just aren't
terrible this year.
The stuff that I look for hasn't been as good. I find hats, but I don't find a lot of video game stuff. I'm not finding a lot of other good stuff. And it's weird because you'd think with the economy, people would be wanting to sell stuff and you'd get a better deal, but it ain't happening. But I also haven't spent as much this year either, and I need to be selling stuff, not keep buying and buying and buying in hopes that sales are going to take off.
Journey, it's not always raining in Pensacola normally, but this year, yes. I mean, we had a few days that, even on Saturday when I was at yard sailing, it was raining at some point, in that morning, but at least it wasn't so bad that it was like downpouring, because that's what it's been, downpouring for a while. Bobby, I sent you a private chat in the thing. Check that out real quick.
Subs are like vegetables. Both need lots of horse poop. Well, I mean, not only do subs come and go, but so do YouTubers. There's a lot of YouTubers that I could name a couple of years ago that don't exist anymore.
A
You know,
lot of them.
and some of them were pretty good sized channels. Hey, Luis, what's up, buddy?
Luis, good to
Luis
see
is
ya.
growing really well. I noticed.
Hey, Ryan.
Um,
Rain brings eBay sales, says Christopher.
all videos and lives to engage your subscribers. Huh? Okay, you should do all videos and lives to engage. Well,
That's
I mean,
we
engage in the lives, but nobody watches. I mean, again, I watched some YouTubers that are like, for example, there's a family in Utah that has a big following, like 1 million subscribers. They can go on a plane and eat snacks and get 800,000 views in a day. And you're just like, and you as a common sense thing, you're like, they're not teaching me anything. And it's just entertainment for kids, I guess. And it's kind of like Ryan was. And it's silly, but they're making money. And then you go, I put out stuff that I think is things that I see, like you're trying to teach them something of substance. Here's what you should be looking for. And people aren't watching. So nobody knows everything. And we all learn. I learned from other YouTubers. But then there's some things that I feel like I'm an expert at, just like everybody is. So I haven't even got to that yet.
Ryan, I completely agree. That's why I do the lives. If new people come in, of course, we welcome them. And, I'm all about trying to meet new people, but building the relationship with the people that are around and just hanging out is,
But I will say, let me ask you this question, Angie.
Mm-hmm.
There's several people, including Ryan, that do their lives on weekends.
Yes.
I don't want to watch YouTube on weekends as far as lives. I'll pop in for a minute, but that's when I'm doing stuff with family and friends, and like my brother's coming up this weekend. In football season, you won't see me watching any of that because I'll be watching football. So I would say if you want to get more views on your lives, probably do it during the week sometime. And again, you're always going to encroach on somebody else, but like Bama Pickin and I forgot Jimmy do theirs on Sunday at 6.
Right.
Some people are in church. Some people are, again, having dinner with their families. Big Brother comes on at 7 on Sunday.
Honestly, I think there is no bad time. There's going to be somebody out there who is hanging out, working, lots of resellers are part-timers. So they're working on weekends and they would enjoy hanging out with a live. Tommy and Tracy did their live every Saturday night while they were doing it. I'm sure they'll get back to doing that. And they had tons of people watching that. And, and quite honestly, during the week, especially for someone who is a smaller channel, doing it during the week, there's always someone big on nowadays throughout the week, or it seems like it, that you're encroaching with. So it would be harder to get more viewers. So I think, if somebody's looking for a time slot, the weekend is a great time. Now, I think during the day is a little bit trickier. I know Amber, Outcountry Sales, they do like a 2:00 on a Saturday. For me, that's like, I'm still like yard selling or like getting, organizing all the stuff I got. That's a hard time frame. But I think in the evenings you can't go wrong.
Right. And I'm giving suggestions. I'm just saying.
Exactly, Ryan.
For me as a viewer, I'm not going to watch people on Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. I'll come in if I see you on, but I'm not going to stay for an hour. Or some people are on 2 or more. And some people do videos for lives for 2 or 3 days. It seems like it's like, I can't stay that long. I mean, there are other things. If you're full time, and especially if you're by yourself doing this, I've got other things to do, like ship and pack and all that. And Tommy said that people are using it to inflate. I'm not using it to inflate anything. I'm doing it because it's easy for me to do. Since I hadn't put out a video, I'm going to put out a short, show you real quick what I got. It ain't going to take me 30 minutes to show you, because sometimes it does. In that case, I'll do a video, but otherwise it's just going to be a short. So.
No, but what he's saying, I do appreciate, because if you want, I would like to eventually grow my channel. And so knowing what he's saying makes sense, that it's inflating it, but it's not really going to help the channel at all. But yeah, Tommy's right. He had between 100 and 150 people regularly showing up to their Saturday night, stream. So, and goodness, they were on there till all hours of the night, and people hung out, and stayed.
Yeah, but he came on late at night too.
Yeah.
Like 9:30 or whatever it was. And Tuesdays was his other day. But now I'm not going to bed as early as I used to, but I'm also sleeping later than I used to. I finally just realized that, hey.
I have no dates right now.
He has no dates. He's going yard selling tomorrow.
Well, I have no dates either. So weekend's always great for me because I'm just usually sitting, hanging out. It's like, listing or putzing around. So I like to watch lives. And when there's not any lives, it drives me crazy. That's why I always love Tommy and Tracy's, because sometimes at midnight I'm sitting here listing, and I always was like, yes, they're on. So I had something, to interact with while they're still busy over the weekend.
All right, let me catch back up where I was.
Melanie says I'm one of those people that has a channel on in every room. Right?
Well, I do have plenty of TVs. One of my bedroom, I don't think I turn it on maybe once a month. So it's either my living room is it's an 82. So I'm going to watch that one most of the time. Even the one behind me, I rarely watch it, because if I'm in here, I have Alexa play, hey, Alexa, play the Eagles, or Alexa, play Journey while I'm working on eBay.
Tina, that sounds like a really fun event. I would love to hear about that. World's largest fly-in event. Have a great night, but we definitely need to hear about that.
I saw a thing where American Airlines flew out of Tampa to Nashville the other day, and I guess they hit some bad weather, so they went west over the Gulf and then turned north up over Alabama and hit so bad a turbulence. It was a little plane with 72 people on it, but I guess it was so bad that they had to make an emergency landing in Birmingham, and 8 people went to the hospital.
Ooh.
I would have hated to have been on that plane because I don't like turbulence at all.
Yeah. True, except for like last week. Yeah, any little bit would have helped last week.
Well, some people were attacking YouTubers this morning on Facebook, and my thing was, I don't make money off YouTube. I promise you, I do not.
No.
I make money off of eBay, and that's the only way I make it. So YouTube is definitely a backseat to anything else. I just enjoy doing it. Sometimes.
That sounds so fun.
No, they're not experimental. I know that you know where they're at in your neighborhood. Probably his cats are aliens, if you want to know the truth. And yes, if Journey goes on any channel, she better be coming on here before she goes on anybody else's. Frank from American Picker had a stroke.
Yeah, I heard that last week, I think.
Yeah, I've been on a couple of bad flights, one between Dallas and Austin, and once from Vegas to Dallas, and that one was pretty scary. And I know it's not the worst thing, but it is. That would not be. I just don't like it. That's why I don't sleep on planes. I try to doze off, and then all of a sudden, boop, just a little bump, and I'll be like.
I'm fine with flying. It's the taking off and landing that scares me.
See, and that's the part that doesn't bother me at all.
That's where most crashes happen, when you're taking off. So I'm like, once we're up, we're good.
Except for Southwest Airlines. I asked them one time when I was in, running a trucking terminal, and we used to ship some air cargo by Southwest when I lived here in Oklahoma before. And I asked the sales guy, I said, why is it that other people crash, but you guys never seem to crash? And he goes, most air fatality crashes are on landing and takeoff.
Yeah.
And he goes, but if you think about American or Delta or Continental or any of them, their pilot may take off and fly from Atlanta to New York City, and that's it for the day. And maybe he'll come back, okay? But Southwest will fly from Dallas Love Field to Lubbock to Oklahoma City to Midland, to San Antonio and back to Dallas all in the same day. So they're more like a bus schedule, and practice makes perfect. So the more takeoffs and landings that these pilots do, they're very experienced pilots. So that made sense.
Tommy, that's
NyQuil, Benadryl, and alcohol. Put me out. Danny May, have you been out to the West Coast since your grandchild's been born? I know you're going.
They were just born, so.
I know she said she was going out there soon on her channel, and yeah, they are. Although we had a bunch too. When I was a manager in Phoenix, we had a few of my drivers that were involved in fatality accidents, and they were mostly road drivers, line haul drivers.
Journey. When it's my turn to fly.
And what most people don't know, like a lot of these trucking companies are self-insured, so when they have one, big boy insurance ambulance chasers are going after them and trying to find anything wrong with the logs or anything else. Of course, UPS obeys log. I mean, they have everything is computerized, so
yeah,
they don't cheat on any of that stuff. They run above board all the time on safety, but they're still an easy target.
Lissa says addictive personalities have to really watch out. Honestly, I think most resellers have that kind of addictive personality. You'd have to. We're all about the score and constant be on the lookout and watching out for everything.
I would have to put out 100K plus view video every day I didn't do eBay to break even. Yeah. I've got a nephew in California that has a religious channel, and it's Mike Winger. He's my nephew, my sister's son.
Yeah.
And he's got about 500,000 subscribers. Puts out a video about once a week, but he gets a ton of views. But from what I can tell, he don't make a ton of money.
Really?
Yeah, because you can Google how much does this person make on YouTube, and I don't know if it's accurate or not, but it didn't.
Social Blade. I don't think Social Blade is
saying
accurate.
I don't know, 3,500 a month or something, and I'm thinking you would think somebody with almost 500,000 subscribers and gets tons of views would make that kind of stuff. But he's a very theologian when it comes to religion, which is something I don't partake in. But yeah,
it's all about marketing dollars.
Yep.
Marcy, you can quit at any time. Good.
Well, now, what was Marcy talking about the other day or was it Chuck on their channel last week? I forgot what came up and had Marcy involved. I forgot what it was now. All views are not worth the same. Yeah. I guess all channels aren't, Oh, okay. I don't know what site it was, Tommy. I just Googled it.
Yeah, mostly it shows Social Blade, but Social Blade is usually really, really, really significantly low.
I know in his case, he grew over time. And I mean, this guy, he puts so much time into his content and reads and does all this deep stuff to do a video. And obviously he challenges people that don't believe and stuff like that. And talks about, Kenneth Copeland's and all those kind of people. But he does that. And then he works at his church. He pastors at his church, I think, to the youth and stuff. But he doesn't work a day job like, people normally do. That's where his income is from. And he lives in California. So you got to make some pretty good money to live there.
That's true.
But he's one thing I'll say about him, even though we disagree on the concept, he's definitely well studied and he believes what he's saying. But he lives that life as well. And I can respect you if you live the life versus you're a hypocrite.
Ryan says, I'd take an extra $3,500 a month. Right. But I'm sure it's actually way more than that.
Yeah. I would say it is too.
I agree, Gino. But the sponsorships annoy me a little bit. every time I watch Rockstar Flipper, he can't have a video now where it's not, this video is sponsored by.
Yeah.
I'm like, and then we got to hear, the commercial. That I don't know. That annoys me when it's every single video you put out is now sponsored by somebody.
Financial. Okay. I don't know. Like I said, I guess if I started
financial is the highest.
maybe I should start doing the that one guy that I talked about a few weeks ago that does he did the people down in West Virginia and Tennessee and Kentucky. He interviewed the guys in West Virginia that were trying to remember his name. And I've been watching another guy that's been doing some interviews with people in West Texas, Western Colorado about ranching and cowboys, and that's pretty interesting too. So, but they also do some in Philadelphia and California and Skid Row and stuff like that, where they're showing
the name of it.
The homeless. Who the guy that I'm talking about?
The channel.
Oh my God! Hang on.
I watch it now.
Soft white underbelly.
Yeah, that's it.
And the other guy is Sal. Sal somebody.
Good to see you.
Sal, what's the other guy? Sal somebody.
Well, Sal's Mercado just came in, so say hi.
Hi. I can't remember his name, but anyway. And then that old curiosity, I've been watching some of his stuff. He bought a unit the other day, and he thought he had made very much money off of it, and then he found a bunch of video games. But I guess the girl was a nighttime entertainer. Her unit. He found all kinds of stuff in there. So great Wi-Fi and speech therapy lessons. You do have probably the best Wi-Fi of any YouTuber I know, Danny May. Yeah,
it's brilliant.
The reselling YouTubers are so thirsty they will see any sponsor for $1. That's why.
Yeah.
RCP. Do a read for Nordic VPN.
You're right about that. Hey, and I'm not
soft white underbelly. Huh?
If you do, a sponsorship for something that's applicable, that's fine. But every single freaking video, okay.
Well, I mean, and so many videos now have so many commercials. Even for people that's not monetized, it's like, man, I got to watch a 30-minute video and I got to see 7 commercials.
Journey, I guess that makes sense. I was wondering why financial would be the highest, but they have the marketing money that they could spend on it.
So why does Mr. Beast and what's his name down in Florida that has the Lamborghini?
Jeff would.
Yeah, Jeffy.
Yeah.
How come they have? I mean,
well, they don't need to have the highest.
Mr. Beast gives away big prizes, so
they don't have to have the highest numbers. Millions and millions of viewers.
Danny, that's not a bad idea. If you would get your internet connected to a hamster cage and get about 6 of them babies running on that wheel, you probably have electricity and Wi-Fi.
You would never know that, Danny.
I don't doubt it, Gino. I don't doubt it.
Gino. But Gino now officially installed a swimming pool for his subscribers, so he should be like taking off pretty soon.
Well, Gino just lost a couple of his buddies. He lost Ray Liotta, and then who's the other guy that just died from all those shows?
Ray Liotta died?
Uh-huh.
When was that?
About a week ago, and then or so.
I had no idea.
And then last night, the guy that played in Goodfellas, the father or the big guy, that went to prison, but he was the head of the family. He died. Yep.
I did not. I loved Ray Liotta. He played in a lot of great things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Paul Sorvino?
Yeah, Paul Sorvino, yeah.
How did Ray Liotta die?
He quit breathing. Hey, Robert! Robert's lurking in the background in his
he was working on a movie.
Or his VW van. Huh?
He was working on a movie in Dominican Republic when he died.
Oh, wow.
Only 67. That's
Gino,
young.
better look out, buddy.
The hearing issues.
Selective hearing, MML.
My problem, Gino, is the consistency. I get like busy working on eBay and stuff, and you know, they say in order to like grow, you have to be like consistently putting out like 3 or 4 videos a week. And who has time?
I used to do one every day.
I know.
Lisa told me to wrap my head with aluminum foil. That's just for aliens, Daddy, man. Don't listen to her. She's trying to get you shocked.
Lisa.
Aliens, and get you some aluminum foil for aliens and cats, because they don't like, apparently they're afraid of cats. I don't know. May 26th. Okay. Yeah, I said a week or two ago. And there's so many people died, I can't keep up with them all there, buddy.
And where in Florida were you, Robert?
Where was he?
He said he was in Florida. Just got back in town, been to Florida for the past week.
I saw his stuff on Instagram.
If anyone ever passes through Pensacola, let me know. I'll take you sourcing and lunch or dinner.
Yeah, he was.
I want other resellers to be here.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, nice.
Where's that at?
Not anywhere near me.
Eastern
I'm
side.
in the Panhandle, so
I know, but is he
going?
But you got the nicer beaches and water than anywhere else in Florida.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, I've been to Daytona. It's pretty dirty. It's like going to the Padre Island in Texas.
Ryan, nice. That would be awesome.
When are they going through?
One of these days, I need to have Chris
on their way to prison.
Stop in.
Ryan. Aluminum foil is afraid of cats. Robert's got his Kiss. My brother's coming up this weekend. He's the big Kiss fan, so he'll be up Friday. Then next month I get to go see Joan Jett, Poison, Motley Crue, which I'm not looking forward to, and Def Leppard, who I am looking forward to going to.
Nice. Who's all going to that?
Me and Karen and my brother and his wife are coming up from Austin.
Awesome.
$350 a
so
ticket,
fun.
I think it was. Yeah,
$350?
we're so close to the band that we're going to scare the band.
It's so worth it, though, because what a great experience.
Well, Def Leppard's one of the few bands I have not seen, and I mean, other than AC/DC, which I would love to see, but
yeah,
I want to see Def Leppard. But I've seen so many videos on Motley Crue, and he just cannot sing. He can't remember the words.
Oh,
I mean, people are just bashing him on TikTok and everything else, and I'm like, dude, stop. If you can't do it, stop.
Yeah.
You know, but who's one of the best from the 60s, still going strong, and they still put on a great concert? The Rolling Stones.
Really?
Yeah, he just can still do it. And I mean, this guy's like, he's older than Robert. Kidding, Robert. Kidding. Older than Gino and MML.
Mick Jagger?
Huh?
Let me look. How old is Mick Jagger?
Well, let's say he was doing this stuff in the 60s. He's probably 80s, mid 80s, I'd say, close to it.
Let's see. He's 79.
Okay. Let's see. Well, my mom's 79. And my mom sure in the heck ain't doing no concert.
Let's do a video from a hot tub. Gino!
Tons of shark teeth.
Oh, today's his birthday journey? That's
today. Funny. Happy birthday.
Yep, July 26th. You're right.
Upstate.
97.
So he's 16 years older than me. Man.
One original band member comes on with a walker. They're all almost 80, so.
Yeah, well, Motley Crue used to hang it up. Oh, Rocklahoma. I've never gone to it because it's like a 3-day thing up there by Tulsa. And sometimes it's over here by Sparks. I don't know where it's going to be this year, but if it's hot, I ain't going.
Listen, I was going to do that over 4th of July, but it rained the whole weekend. Is get a kiddie pool and just fill it up and just pretend I had a big pool.
Last Saturday, we had my daughter's birthday party, and I thought, you know what? Let's run out to the casino. So we dropped my mom off some food, and as soon as I mentioned the word casino, my mom like knocked us out and jumped in the back seat. So We went to the casino and probably should have stayed home, but we got there. It was like 45 minutes away, and there was somebody playing. And I said, "Well, who's playing?" And they said, "Casey Donahue." And I'm like,
Hmm.
"I don't even know who that is."
No.
And I said, "It's New Country," and I'm not a big fan of New Country. And there was a lot of people there, but went in there and probably should have just stayed home because
Ugh.
it wasn't. It wasn't like a month ago. I won $1,000. Well, I gave them back that grand. Now, I just saw a thing on the TV channel the other night about Judas Priest and their stuff, but I saw them on the Screaming for Vengeance tour, and that's my favorite metal band. I love the double guitars and Rob Halford hitting those high notes. Yeah. Green Manalishi with the two-pronged crown. Yes.
See.
Hell bent for leather.
Gino's just practicing for tomorrow. I can't wait to see it, Gino. Like, Nate can put you in your very uncomfortable zone really quickly with some of his questions.
Well, Alyssa, at least you got frogs to come in with you. Yeah, I love some Priest.
Motley Crue should replace Vince Neil. That's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, he got sick the other day. Poison's lead singer, but yeah, Vince Neil. The TikToks and videos I've seen, you can even go to YouTube, I'm sure, and pull him up. And people have been filming him and putting it out there.
Yeah.
I mean, girls will sound like, man, yeah. You know, like, what? That's not what he said. What it says.
What?
I mean, it's bad. I mean, it's really bad. And I'm like,
7 hip surgeries? Wow. That's a lot.
I think Rockstar, the movie with Mark Wahlberg, is kind of a play on that, the history of that band. I love that band. You know, British Steel wasn't as popular when it first came out, but it gained, and now it's one of the biggest albums that they made. But Screaming for Vengeance, I still have it in my garage. I need to go drag those albums out and see what they're worth. I think it's worth some money.
Oh, Nate is sick.
So he's co-hosting.
You're going to be just fine then. Because
He's
Nate is
co-hosting.
the one who comes up with the questions that will make you cringe.
I'm
Chuck
assuming
is
it's on
always
Chuck's
like,
channel, right?
it must be.
Yeah.
But Chuck is always like chill. You know, he'll come up with once in a while questions, but Nate definitely leads those questions.
The frog pond. It ain't that hot up there, is it?
That deal out back. So
We've
what's
been
wrong with
over
your
100
roof?
for a while.
Listen,
What?
What's wrong with Lissa's roof? I'm going to have to get my roof replaced pretty soon. I'm hoping it's not this year, but my roof, I think, is now like 20 years old. And I know one of these days the insurance is going to be like, you have 2 months to replace it or 3 months.
Oh, my air conditioner went out last week, and that's 100 and something. All of a sudden, I come home, and I'm like, it's like 80 in here. What's going on? And my fan quit blowing on my air conditioning unit, but luckily that's all it was the fan motor. I called. Luckily, I know somebody. Karen knows somebody, and he got over here pretty quick. $350 later, he's out the door in about 20 minutes.
That's $350 is enough. That's easy to do.
I know.
If
I was like, please don't let it be the unit or the compressor.
Yeah, exactly. Then you're talking big.
I've been in this house 10 years, and this unit's been here longer than me.
Oh, yeah. So the roof is the big thing. I mean, one day I want to get hurricane-rated windows for the house and replace those, but the roof is going to be the, $12,000 to $14,000 hit, and I'm not looking forward to it. Oh yeah, it's storm damage. Yep. Is it bad that I'm? I hope.
My roof's been hit like 3 times, not only with hail but with fallen trees.
I hope that we get a hurricane and it takes out part of my roof. So bad.
Claim it?
Yeah, so I can claim and get a new roof. Now, granted, I'd still have to pay the hurricane coverage, but that's only going to be like $3,500 versus $14,000. Oh no, Lissa, that sucks. Yeah, Danny made my house
Oh,
is
wow.
only like,
Mississippi driver's licenses from the Gulf Coast.
well, Daryl, the only reason it's an issue is because here in Florida, constantly insurance companies are like stopping writing policies and stuff. It happens every time you turn around. And then this year, I paid my entire premium. And a month later, they said, "Oh, by the way, we're getting rid of 120,000 policies. You're one of them." And so then finding another insurance company to take you is like a nightmare. And then they have all these, they don't really want to take us, but there's some rules written in. So they give you like 6 months or 60 days to get this inspection done, at which time they can say, "Oh yeah, you now have to have a new roof or whatever," so that they don't have to pay it. It sucks. Or else
I usually find somebody that we know that will do it cheaper, you know,
yeah.
versus a
Well,
full
everything
fledged.
went up. I mean, I could have got it probably for like 8,000 a year and a half ago, but now it's like 14,000 for the same
A
roof.
wind mitigation inspection.
Yeah.
That must be something in Florida or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Melissa knows all about the wind mids.
Yeah, we don't have that. We just had to worry about tornadoes and hail
Well,
and
they
ice
have to
storms
see
and
if
ice
your
storms.
roof is strapped, if it has all these, so you get discounts. And really, it's more for them to come check your roof. And if they say there's not 5 years left of life on your roof, then they say you have to have it replaced. Sucks.
Wow.
Yeah, so I have to schedule that this week. I'm not looking forward to it.
So you got to pay for it. You can't file it.
No, they'll say it's just age, unless a storm comes in, So not take them to court, just go to mediation. Yep,
Oh wow.
that's true. It's bad.
Hey, MML, go down there and like jump around on the roof and pretend it's hail damage or something and help them out.
Right. Get a big old tree to fall on it or
Send a
something.
bunch of cats down there to scratch their roofs.
Okay, I think someone might might question me. How did this damage happen? Oh, cats! The cats all got on the roof.
Just a bunch of wildcats from Tennessee showed up. They were all wearing volunteer hats.
Right.
I think they were sent here by Peyton Manning or something.
Monday morning, we had a tornado front blow through at 1:30. Man, it's Tornado Alley up there.
Well, St. Louis had flooding rains yesterday or the day before.
Yeah, tornadoes are terrible up there.
We just got fires out west, and then here we're going to get rain finally tomorrow night. We haven't had a lot of rain at all in a long time. West Texas and Central Texas are even worse.
Yeah.
We're going to be like in the 80s, I think, Saturday, Sunday back up to 99, and then next week all back over 100 again. It's like, man, last year we didn't have one day over 100 degrees, and we've already had like 14 or 15.
Oh, my electric bill knows for sure.
Yeah,
last year it was $220 for the same month, and this year it's $300.
Mine was $283 last month. Now, when I lived in Arizona, that baby would hit $400, $500. So I was on a monthly budget and paid like $150 all year, and then about 2 months out of the summer, I'd have to pay the full price because it would run out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But you got to have air conditioning out there.
Well, you got to have air conditioning everywhere nowadays.
Nobody had it in New York when I lived up there, hardly. Upstate, hardly anybody had it. Our car didn't even have air conditioning.
Growing up, we didn't have air conditioning. But I was in Ohio, so.
We had window units when I was growing up because we lived in a trailer.
We had rain once.
Long time ago. Long time ago. I remember. Never mind. I hate that song, American Pie. Ugh. That's going to stick in my stupid head. Rounding up 8 cats in a panic was great. My girlfriend laughed that I grabbed my antique cameo glass and brought a statue left. Yeah, that would be, yeah.
Okay, Christopher, how is that possible?
He's probably got solar panels.
Camping or something?
or as he's not using it.
Yeah.
Who did I see somebody the other day posted that they live with fans during the day and don't turn on their air conditioner. I was like, I'm going to be comfortable. I ain't going to sweat to death sitting in front of a fan all day just to save my electric bill.
Mercy.
The Amish. Okay, there you go.
Maybe.
There you go.
1-bedroom apartment. Still.
Now, my mom's electric's only $60 to $70 a month, and she has a 1-bedroom apartment in a brand new complex. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
My dog's not a big. $26 though. Where do you live?
I know.
Chris? Live up north? He must live up north because he don't live down here.
And you obviously have no air conditioning.
Yeah.
Because just having a little window air would.
My mom's is, super nice, and she only pays like $620 a month rent and no water, just her electric. And it runs her about $60, $70 a month. I'm like, Mom, you got it made. You don't even pay $700 a month. You got a washer, dryer, fridge, all that supplied. Vermont, there you go. Okay.
Yeah.
I used to live in Albany area in Oswego, and I know we didn't have big bills either.
Daryl said his is about $65.
And where did Daryl live? Where's Daryl?
Marie, why is your electric bill around 70? Yep. Do you have solar?
But Marie, aren't y'all getting like a heat wave up there right now over 100 degrees? I think they are.
Oh, Mad Max.
I love that movie, Mad Max, Ohio. Okay. Again, they live up north. I know it's not that cold up there, but I bet your heating bill's big, though. My house is all electric, so I don't have a gas bill, but y'all have to worry about heating or propane or something. There you go, Melanie. Now we're back in the real world.
We have gas heat, but our heating bill is never high.
Chainmail.
Travis, $375. Whew. How big is your house, Travis?
Probably leaves his house on 59 or something. Yeah.
Oh, you don't have AC.
But they're not used to being this hot all the time. Yeah. It's like upstate New York. I lived up there. They might get a 2-week spell where they hit the 90s and it would be humid and miserable, and you just use fans and get through it. But their summers are usually pretty mild, but their winters are like, yeah. No, I'll take the heat over the winter.
So this weekend, did you find anything interesting for reselling?
Me?
Crazy I didn't. Days. Hi there. Welcome.
I didn't find a lot this week. Hello. I didn't find a lot at yard sales.
Right.
And then Sunday I saw the Facebook post that I did the short on, and it was in my neighborhood, and I ran over there, and boy, as soon as I got out of the car, another car had pulled up before me, and he gets out. He's a young guy, and I make the dash up there to go, I see the PS1, and I'm like, okay, where's the Sega games? And they were in a shoebox, and I was like, how much for all of it? And he goes, are you going to buy all that? Are you going to buy those Sonic games? I'm like, I'm buying them all, man. I'm buying them all. Like, go play with the furniture and stuff. You're not getting these.
Yeah.
And so I got all of it for $5. And so that was just a lucky thing because I wouldn't have got it otherwise. And if he had beat me there, I wouldn't have got it.
Right, so, exactly.
I did run into somebody, I think it was Friday or Saturday, that said they've got boxes of games, PS1, 2, 3, and consoles, and I think even N64 that they're supposed to call me on.
Nice.
But my saving or my thing is, and I say it to every one of them, people say they'll call and they never call, and I bet I've probably had 100 people tell me they'll call me, and maybe 3 have actually called me.
Yeah.
So she said, well, it may not be tomorrow, may not be next week, may even be the fall, but they're in storage and blah, blah, blah. And they were my husband's, and we just split up. So I'm getting rid of his stuff, and he took care of it really well. And I'm like, that's what I want to hear. I want to hear that he took care of it. But I need you to call me. I'll buy it all. I don't care. Just call me.
Travis says his house is 2,800 square feet. Ooh. Dude, that is a big old house.
Yeah, mine's only like 1,598.
I think mine's like
1,498.
Yeah. Oh, Marie, your poor toe.
Yeah, she's been posting it.
Oh, that thing looked terrible.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than stubbing your toe. Oh, my God. I hate that.
Eminem says he runs extension cords from
To his mama's. To his mama, she lives near him.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the neighbor. I
Yeah.
mean, this is the guy that hangs his outgoing mail on the mail box in a bag. And I'm thinking, in this neighborhood, I mean, not where I live, but anywhere else you live, urban especially,
No.
you would
Never be
be,
able
I
to
mean,
do
people
that.
drive by and just snag that bag and move on with those packages. Not MML, but he said
They'd be
everybody around.
chasing him down.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, boy, you took my packages. You go squeal now.
That's so funny. Yeah, I went to an estate sale that the prices were just insane. Everything was like ridiculously priced, but and it was half price day, but still everything was like so high. And they said tomorrow it's going to be everything that is above $25 and above will be $10 and everything below will be $5. So that made it like a really good deal. And I said, you know, if I come in towards the end of the day tonight, you know, because it was going till 4, like your end of the sale, would you honor that price then? And she's like, I'll honor it now for you. Just don't tell anybody. So I started pulling stuff, and almost everything I pulled, they were like, except for that, except for that, except for that, not that. Oh, not that. I'm like, ugh. But I did find some interesting things. That's actually where I got my time clock that I bought. They of course had an $80 price tag on it, so even half price would have been $40, but I got it for $10.
God damn me.
Night, girly. I'll see you next time.
I did have I went to one last week, and when I walked up, I saw like Molly Hatchet, vintage concert T-shirts,
Nice.
Harley Davidson, all this stuff. Which I'm not a big Harley T-shirt buyer, but so I'm scrolling through and I see a couple stains. I'm thinking, well, they're vintage, so I don't care. But somebody, whoever's estate this was, had ripped the neck tag out of every one of them, and I'm like, oh, well, that just killed a big chunk of that, even though they were single stitch old. So I asked the lady. I said, how much for your T-shirts?
Yeah.
She said $15 a piece. I put every one of them shirts back on the rack, and so did the guy next to me. So I go in the house, and I said, you got any ball caps? He goes, yeah, I got these, and they're U.S. Navy ball caps, you know?
Yeah, yes, the
like
standard,
ship ball caps.
Yeah.
I have tons of them, so I know what they're worth. I said, how much are your ball caps? He said, 20 a piece. I was like, for used Navy ball caps. I said, first of all, these aren't extinct ships. They're still active. I said, second, I know what they're worth because I resell and I know caps. And I said, I don't mind paying a few dollars for caps, but I'm not paying you $20. He goes, I said, they're just not worth that. He goes, to you. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, here we go. So then I went back out to the lady, and they had some cool toys and stuff, but whoever's estate, and I mean, this house was like probably not even a $50,000 home. I mean, it was bad, but whoever lived there had hoarded toys and vintage clothing, and they had Nazi like helmets, like military helmets and stuff. Anyway, so I go back out and I said, ma'am, $15 are stained and they're just not worth it. She goes, to you. I was like, she been listening to him or something? I was like, well, you're not selling none of it to me. And other people were complaining. And I was like, you're not going to sell much of this stuff because nobody's going to buy it. First of all, it's stained. Second, the tags are ripped out of the neck. And third, I mean, if you'd have said $3, $4 a shirt, I'd have bought a bunch of them and taken my chances. But I'm not taking chances on $15 T-shirts with stains and tags.
I'm trying to give estate sales more of a chance nowadays because I'm thinking they eventually have to sell the stuff to somebody. When I go in, a lot of times the prices are so high, but I'm thinking maybe I just need to start going the second day on the ones run by companies and stuff, and maybe they'll take better offers or whatever. Because if not, they literally would just be sitting on everything because how many people need these super expensive items, you know?
I honestly think some of the companies that run these estate sales are intentionally not trying to sell it because they've got some kind of deal at the end where they get to keep it at a certain price. Yeah. And they can resell it themselves.
For way pennies on the dollar.
If they can't get what they're asking, they're not going to sell it.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense, and they can just
write it off. Well, but I mean, when you're asking above the price, I mean, a ball cap that's a Navy ball cap is about a $12 to $15 ball cap, and you're asking 20. So there's no room for anybody. And I don't know what the story was with the family.
Yeah.
But these guys were. I mean, there were toys in there that were $70. That I looked them up, and they weren't even $35. And I'm like, okay, I don't know where you guys are getting your prices, but they're not even.
Were they going to have a half price sale?
I don't know. It was their first day, and
see, a lot of times they market so high so that half price is still at high level.
And I can't knock them. And I can knock them, Travis. I can knock them if I want to.
Marie, that's the best way. Just good luck.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I do.
I mean, the best one we went to was the one where I got the Blythe doll, right, Lissa? And the last day, I didn't go because I was just worn out from going. And Karen bought bags of dish towels and dishes, Mikasa, and all this kind of stuff. And she got this wedding ring patchwork quilt.
Yeah.
She sold it for $80 today, and she got it for about 33 cents.
Wow.
The whole bag was like $5, a Kia bag full. And I was
that's
like,
crazy.
That's how bad this lady had hoarded, and they had to get rid of it because they'd been running it for like 5 days.
Wow. Marcy, exactly. The last day might be the key.
I agree. Harley shirts, unless they're super vintage and they don't have a dealership on them, they're not worth much. And you can argue, I'll argue with anybody on that. Harley shirts are not that valuable. Not like concert shirts.
Half eBay comps. When they do eBay comps of solds, not listed.
Yeah, not listed, yeah.
Oh, private estate sales, Travis, that's the way to go. And I really try to look for those because then you can find some really good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, when you rip a tag out of a T-shirt, especially a vintage Molly Hatchet shirt or something, you just drop the value of it because now I got to be able to prove what brand it is.
Right.
You know, and these didn't have the dates of the band on the back. They were just one-sided. And then there was a local Cat 100.5 is a station that's been around here longer than I've been alive. That was a nice one I'd like to have gotten for me, but it was stained up, and I'm not paying $15 for something that's that bad.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Estate sales are my focus. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm Mr. Get out there earlier than hell and pick up stuff, and so
yeah, no, you go super, super, super early to sales.
Well, because if you want to get video games and that kind of stuff, you've got to get out early. And I'm still not beating people now because I think people are finally paying attention and they're going,
yeah.
If I don't get out before the cap guy, I'm not getting them. So now they're trying to beat me to them.
I'm not even trying to get video games or anything. There's just
and I shouldn't. That's not the only thing you should be looking for by any means.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know that. I understand the neck thing, but I mean, every time I watch a show from the 70s or something or 80s and I see, or like the other night watching that documentary on Judas Priest, I was like, look at all those guys with those shirts. And as a reseller, you're sitting there, I'm listening to the band, but I'm also looking at all the people with these cool shirts going, I wished I had all those shirts.
$900, Christopher. That's a lot. It's a lot of money for 7.
Oh, wow.
Hmm.
Yeah, and you're antique, but yeah, and I can sell them on here. I mean, I'm starting to sell a little bit on Facebook. I'm starting to put stuff up there and try to flip it, but not to ship it, just to be local.
That's awesome, Lissa.
Yeah, there's one tomorrow. They're having 2 of them, one in Norman and one near me, and I don't know if I'm gonna go yet or not, but she usually works me out some pretty good deals too.
Oh, Briar's horses.
Yeah, Briar's horses are really, really good.
But still, $900 is still crazy.
Yeah. Hey, Miss Jennifer.
Hey, girly.
And thanks, Crazy May.
Oh, you inherited a hoard? Yep.
Oh, my God. Where do you live? Maybe we need to come shopping where you live. I'm not if I want to. It's my party and I cry for... Oh, knock them if I want to.
I didn't give a thumbs up. Let me go over here and do that for you, Bobby.
It's my party and I cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry.
Oh, she's in Massachusetts.
You would cry too. Oh, that's too far.
Well,
she's up there by Johnny. Johnny's like a fish out of water, lives in Massachusetts, but he's from Louisiana.
Yep. Hey,
there's
Paul.
Mr. Paul.
Good to see you. The state sale that I went to this weekend was both of their parents had passed away, and the dad was a huge, huge collector. He restored clocks, so there was thousands of clocks. But he also collected cookie jars and collectibles and Homeco and just so many different things. And that's why I tell people, like, if you're retired and need something to do, start selling your collection, because your kids don't want it. They were the perfect example. They're all there. They're like, this is our inheritance. And so they're trying to get these ridiculous prices. And it's just nothing was selling and stuff. And so finally they were like doing them for $10 and like getting sentimental about things. Not that they wanted to keep, but they just saw dollar signs, how fat, but none of them were eBayers and stuff. I'm like, get rid of that stuff before your kids have to deal with it. And then they're sitting there miserable trying to have estate sales they don't want to.
I got a friend that messaged me last week and said, I've got a pretty good inventory I'd like you to look at and sell it for me and tell me what you charge. And I said, first of all, I don't like doing that.
Yeah.
I said, send me pictures and let me just see what you got. I didn't see any ball casts, but he said he had a bunch. But he had a lot of Guitar Hero stuff, which I hate messing with. He had some video games, but very few were worth anything. And I said, to be honest, I said I would have to pick and choose what I wanted to move fast. I don't have a lot of room left, and I'm just not wanting to, and it would be 50% profit after all fees and shipping and everything. That's what I would want out of it.
Yeah.
But I said, to be honest, I really am not in that mode, but I'll get with you and maybe pick and choose some things that I can sell for you and sell them. But they're going to have to be things that are going to move quick, not things that I'm going to sit on, because I got plenty of that already. I went to a sale last weekend here locally, and there wasn't much out there. She had 500 salt and pepper shaker sets. So I'm looking them up, and I'm looking at some of them, and I'm like, first I left, then I went back because I hadn't found much.
Oh my gosh.
And I bought 4 pair, but the ones you want are, there's a JFK on a couch that's worth about $50.
Mm-hmm.
There's some Three Stooges and some stuff like that, but there was some that were worth some money, and they're all from Japan, so they're older. But I just don't want to sell for other people because, once I sell it, I'm not going to pay you right away because what if there's a return on it, And I did it for my brother, and I had a return on something that he had bought, one of those Fitbits, and so I'm like, I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Yeah,
that's a lot of dusting.
Yeah, she had a lot of them.
Oh, Paul. I hope you're going to make a video out of it because I bet you'll find all kinds of stuff.
Hopefully whoever the hoarder was had some good collectibles.
Yeah. Well, Lisa said she's having to sell jewelry to pay for a lawyer. Girl, that sucks because I know you love your jewelry.
I bought a whole tote for $20 of Department 56 Christmas stuff. They weren't houses. They were figurines.
Yeah.
And they were a lot of the ones with the dolphins. Even though they were a Christmas theme, they had a lot of dolphins and stuff in them. And I paid $20 for all of them. I think I have maybe 5 left. And some of them sell for pretty good money, but I just hate messing with glass and ceramics and stuff like that.
I do pretty well at Department 56, but Chris, did they have the
snow babies? That's what they were. They were snow babies.
Snow babies? Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
A whole tote. I mean, there must have been 100 of them for $20, but they were loose. So,
Yeah. But still, like, there could be some decent money. Salt and pepper shakers.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, there are sets.
It depends on the theme, I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
Obviously, yeah. Oh, they all have the boxes. Nice. That's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say my favorite glass collectible, if I find it, and I've only found it twice, is Lennox Jewel Collection Nativity pieces. Those 3 kings and some of that stuff. The one that ain't worth anything is Joseph. Everything else, the kings and the animals are worth the most, not Mary, Jesus, and Joseph. It's the kings. Yeah, I have 3 left. Yeah. Those are worth some money. Like the 3 kings, you're talking $80 to $100 just for the 3 kings. Loose. So, yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Ollie, what are you doing?
Yes, they are. Thank you very much. They are prepackaged and wrapped. Oh, Man.
Listen, I agree. They take up a lot of space, any of those kind of collectibles. I have, shelving racks that in my garage that I could put a lot of stuff, but I am like packed at this point. So, Christopher got 17 houses. I'd be like, where am I going to put all that?
Well, even my hats. I mean, I bet I've got 12 or 13 totes of hats that we're probably talking over 1,000.
Wow.
And even the bins, two side by side, they're so full. But I sell 2 or 3 hats almost every day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, okay. I mean, I've sold, how many have I sold today? One today so far. But I got to get more. Well, I'm not going to say it. Don't do it. It's like that jewelry. The Avon was a very good buy. I'm still making tons of money on the Avon. That other jewelry I bought, not doing good. Not doing good. It's going to be a yard sale. See ya. Here we go, yard sale. Because I've got 3 IKEA bags of brand new jewelry.
I mean, it seemed like a good purchase. I mean, it was a lot of items or whatever.
Chris.
But
Chris, where do you live? Just in case we need some inventory while you're gone.
1-bedroom apartment, 2,000 items.
Oh my God.
Dang.
I've got 5,700 items in a 3-bedroom house, and all of it's in one part of my garage. My 1 bedroom is full of it, and then my closet in my bedroom is full of jerseys, and including my own and my clothes, and under my bed, and then there's a little bit in here, not much. And then all the video games are in my bedroom on shelves. So, yeah.
What is going on with Lisa?
Her roommate left. You knew that.
Lisa? I didn't know that, but Lisa, are you okay with by yourself? Are you trying to get a new roommate, or? I was wondering that about you the other day.
Yeah, I take a lot of chances, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And most of them work out, but there are cases. Oh, your appendage. Oh.
Christopher, anytime anybody watches an item, I send out an offer. Like, I do that like 5 times a day. So
I do it.
Hey.
I look at my eBay probably in a day 100 times, and every time I see another watcher. And today I actually cleared all my watchers of stuff that people have been watching for a month and never bought. And I just entered them, changed the price, relisted them, and now I have no pending offers. And so every time I see an offer pop up, I send out an offer on it.
Yep.
So I want to.
You
there you go. You want to move to Ohio? It'd be better than hanging down there on that. What's that street name down there in Philadelphia where I always watch those videos on YouTube? I forgot what it's called. There's a bad street down there with.
Well, I bet you could find a 4,000 square foot warehouse in her town for sure.
I guess I better look real quick and see if I've got offers I can send right now.
Oh yeah,
4.
I mean,
4 popped up.
So trying to do it by yourself is hard.
Well, one of the helmets I listed last night.
Journey heard my cha-ching. It's just a Hallmark llama. That's
Kensington. There you go. That's it. Yeah, I watched some of those and then the ones in Seattle and Skid Row in LA.
Yep.
It's just sad. It's sad.
It's so sad watching that show.
No, it's Kensington. It's Kensington. Hey, Henry, what's up there, Mr. Arkansas?
There's a bunch of them. Yep, you're right, Jennifer.
I'm sending a couple offers while I'm.
Oh, I see. He can't be bothered.
I got 4 that popped up. I got to send them while they're fresh. I got to get people to buy.
I know.
Buy.
I had a very good weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Finally, like the eBay gods forgive me for whatever I did, and like I got pretty good sales, but it's been slow again during the week. Listings eligible for offers. Just 1. Let's see what it is.
I had 4 and I just sent them on all of them.
Oh, a Mary Kay. I'll send an offer for that. Journey says, better a Hallmark llama than a drama llama. You got that right. $13 cent.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one town. It's like Detroit. I would never want to live in. I've lived in some pretty crowded cities, but like Dallas and Austin and
Yeah.
Phoenix and stuff. But yeah, I have no desire to live.
I wouldn't want to live in Atlanta only because when I visited there, it just was so congested and crazy, and the traffic was just mad. I mean, I live in kind of like a medium-sized town, but nothing like that. So I'm like, oof, I don't know how people live here.
Well, I mean, even when I go into Oklahoma City, there's traffic, but it's not like those cities are. But where I live, if I stay local in the two towns I live near, there's not much traffic. So,
Henry, I want to live somewhere where the weather is nice and the Goodwill bins are amazing. So that's what I need. Oh, Paul, do you see what Paul said? eBay's been good all month, so he's trying not to upset the eBay gods. That's awesome, Paul. It's cyclical. I mean, it goes up and down. I know that when I have a bad day, it's, or a bad week, it's going to turn around.
yeah.
Just keep working. But sure, it's hard not to let it get to you. And so I put out a video on Instagram that just said, hey, if you need to talk about reselling, you need someone to share it with, your ups and downs, I'm here. Reach out. Anybody, because I know what it's like to feel like when you're having a failure week that you feel like a failure. And
Right.
or just sometimes you just need someone to share when you get an awesome score or whatever. So
Right.
that's half the reason I love doing YouTube, is because I feel like there's people in here that, they can be like someone in my life that can just play a positive role, and hopefully I can do that for them as well, and just feel like you have someone out there that gets your plight. Christopher thinks Oregon is
Yeah,
bad.
I agree with that, Paul. And if you've got the inventory to list it and you got help, it's easier. And when they're good, you want to list because you're like, okay, I'm making money. I agree with that statement. And when you're not, you're like, damn, it's bad. You're not motivated.
Yeah.
I
Oh, it's
agree.
hard when like days that I've had no sales and I sit here and I'm like, I got piles of stuff to list, and I was like, oh, I just can't do it.
Good night. Thanks for
Hey,
coming
thanks for
in.
coming in. Appreciate
And
it.
I mean, most of y'all are a lot younger than me, so I mean, I'm doing this 7 days a week, and I'm wore out, and I'm trying to truly take it easier than I have in the past. I mean, I'm working much less than I did last year. I'm still working every day, but I'm picking and choosing when I want to do it.
Wait, what did Henry say? I've had slow eBay sales until this morning. I made 5 sales within an hour. That's nice.
I saw Jennifer said 700 people. Yeah, I've lived in towns of 500 people in Oklahoma too, and but everybody knows your business in little towns. And then
where do you source?
If you drive if you're going to be near a big town somewhere, so you go source there.
I guess that's true.
I'm retired UPS, so that's where Atlanta's based, and I used to go there. But as soon as I flew into the airport, I got on BART, or is it MARTA? I forget which one. I get confused between Oakland and Atlanta. It's BART. I think it's BART in Atlanta, and so I just go downtown with that. But yeah, I wouldn't want to drive around Atlanta either. Houston and Dallas are two of the worst outside of LA. LA is horrible.
Oh, Paul's been listing 50 a day in July. Yeah. Wow.
But doesn't he have some employees? Don't you have employees, Paul?
I think they just mostly do some pictures for him and shipping. But
I know for a while he was paying somebody to list perfectly or one of those. I don't know if you still are.
To cross list. Flip. Yeah. If you're not using Flip, I have a link you can use if you want to try it. It's kind of really good.
You have somebody doing something? Flip
is the cross lister.
Oh, you use it?
I've been trying it. But it is, I mean, it's super easy, and how could you not try it? It's 100% free.
What sites do they list it to?
Flip does Mercari, Poshmark, Facebook Marketplace. Etsy is the next one that they're adding. This is our social life, Paul. eBay is our social life, and YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, depending on what you list, I can list 50 video games or hats, but clothing
but
and
he
stuff
lists,
just gets old.
he picks everything and lists everything. And how many listings do you have, Paul? Like 7,600 or something like that? It's like an incredible amount.
Yeah, I'm at 57, 17 or 15, something like that.
Well, something for Poshmark sellers about Flip, and you heard it from Paul first, so is they have something called like a Poshmark ambassador. So I was just like, I wondered, I had nothing. I had not shared, I had not done any of the things that were required. So Flip has a like share thing. So I started doing the requirements for Poshmark Ambassador. You have to like share 5,000 listings.
Oh my God.
Using Flip, it took me 5 days. So it literally is just automatic. It just, you set it up.
Yeah, Macari I could see. I just don't want to do the social media thing with Poshmark. And I don't want to get into Amazon and all that. I mean, I'm not at that point. If I was 35 and I was going to start buying all this stuff and bringing it in and doing drop shipping and all that, that'd be different. But at my age, I'm not in that mode anymore. Plus I draw a pension, so I don't have to do it, but I would like sales to be better because my money is primarily to do other things that I want to do. Or if the air conditioner goes out, I can pay for it. I mean, I'm putting money away.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, when the guy said $350 the other day on my air conditioner motor, I was like, okay, let me go get it. He's like, thanks for paying me cash. Why? So you don't have to report it. Yeah,
exactly.
I don't care. You got to fix it 30 minutes. I'm good.
Henry, you actually talk to cashiers at Walmart? I just order online and just go to where they like say,
so was eBay.
Angie, yes, we'll put them in the back. That's the extent of my conversations.
Hey, Henry, so is eBay. A lot of low ballers. I dropped the prices on like probably over the last 2 days, 3,000 items. And then I'll get a watcher on the item and they want me to go even lower. And I'm like, or they'll send me a message. I've got it for $20. Will you take 5 and free shipping? I'm like, no, dude, yard sales are on weekends. Get out there and find your own stuff. I want to say it, but I don't.
Henry said Macari has lots of low ballers. Here's what is up with Macari and their offer system. It is bizarro. So if someone watches someone comes in and watches your item, so you send them an offer like you do on eBay. So you send them 10%. It has to be 10% minimum. So you list it for $10. Now you offer them $9. The next person who comes in and likes your item, so you want to send them an offer. You can't send them $9. You have to send them $8. And then the next one, $7. It's ridiculous
on eBay. And sometimes it's just not enough to send like a 5% offer because I just don't have a big margin there. I would just go out if I've got 10 watchers and I see it's only going to one interested buyer, I will just go into my eBay and get the little pencil and just change the price manually, and you can make it whatever you want. So I do that to try to get people to do it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because then I know that all 10 of them are going to see it versus the one. It's not sending out an offer. I'm just changing the price to see if it makes somebody jump on it.
Yeah.
I mean, today I had a helmet and I saw a watcher. I sent a $75 offer off of 80, and then somebody else bought it for 80 right after I sent it. So it's like, okay, I'll take the full price. So.
Right, Henry?
Yeah. I've only sold a couple of things on Macari.
And I never did Macari until I started, I think I listed 1 or 2 items on there, but I just decided I had so many shoes and so many plush, I was going to start with those and cross list all of those. Until I went to make offers and they're like, I tried to make, an $18 offer and they're like, you have to make it $14. Like, I'm not selling that for $14. All
right. Anybody wants to go see the toe, go to Instagram. Marie just posted her toe.
Oh, no, Marie. Seriously?
Yeah, the only things I've sold on Macari were, remember when the Dr. Seuss books were banned on eBay? I had them, so I went out to Macari and sold it.
I sold one on there for
That's the only things I've ever sold on any other site other than Facebook. And I just do Facebook local.
Yeah.
Like golf clubs and stuff.
Well, I have to say with the Flip platform, Macari and Poshmark are super fast. when it tries to list to Facebook Marketplace, it drags. And I'm not sure why that is, but it definitely drags a little bit. So I haven't found that I'm making a whole lot of sales in the other platforms, but I'm still just now trying, starting to cross list. And I thought, I'll take a chance with it and see how it works, especially when you could try it out for free.
This is my middle daughter just popped in, and Paul, just
hi.
Be good. Don't be trying to hit on my daughter here. She's beautiful. Not used to Alicia coming into my chats or I don't think any of my kids watch my YouTube videos at all. They all think I'm goobers. But the one thing that's going to happen is when I die, they're probably all going to go back and watch videos just to see what their dad was like, because they know what he's like in person.
I'm sure she loves coming in here and you talking about you when you die.
Yeah, well, I mean,
a great way for her
I
to
always
be
think, well, that's where they'll see me the most, because I'm on video there. So, but yep, Alicia's my middle daughter. Oh, my oldest just turned 36 on last weekend on Saturday. And
are you interested in somebody who works for themselves?
He lives in Philadelphia. Alicia will she's married, of course, but she wants to move to like Europe or Iceland or somewhere. She wants to get out of this country the way it's going. So,
well, he's from Ukraine.
Oh, that's right. He is. Well, right now's not a good time to go to Ukraine either. Maybe the Netherlands or Germany or Austria or something. Yeah, that's close. Asylum worthy.
He has some connections in Europe.
Yeah, she would love to. She would love to move to like Scandinavia. What kind of
person is your type, Paul? We need
to make. Paul is 6'6", so Alicia can't climb.
He might like short girls or tall girls or.
Alicia's about 5'7", 5'8".
So. I don't know if he likes skinny girls. He has a lot of friends who are like tiny little skinny ones, but he might like, a chunky. What do they call? What do you call them?
She go to Finland in a minute. Girl. Go to Finland in a minute.
Oh, his family in Poland, Germany.
Henry's type breathing.
Finland. Henry.
That's a good one, Henry. I guess that's what JT, we get along so well, because he ain't breathing. He thinks he is. But now she's preparing for the kids to go back to school in a few weeks. Oh. Now, I promise. And then this daughter has her own mind, so she'd probably push you around versus you pushing her around.
He might like that. He's kind of a laid back, easygoing kind of guy. So he might like the aggressive.
Oh, and, well, wait a minute. Let me just. Alicia needs a farm too. I forgot to tell you. She's got Alicia? What do you got? Like 5 dogs, 2 or 3 cats, and a pig that live all in the house. But the pig is more domesticated than the other animals. They have a doggy door, and he runs in and out. He started off with one of them little bitty pigs. Now he's huge. Nomi, that's his name. Nomi. And Alicia would have giraffes and llamas if she could.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
And she lives in a little town, but it's not. I have
a pool table. Does that count? Well, I asked one time someone at my daughter's work what their type was. I was like, what? And he said men. I was like, there you go.
Yeah, she ain't gonna let you eat it either. That's the only thing. Alicia can have cows and everything else, and you ain't cooking none of them. Alicia she ain't killing no pets. She won't even kill I don't like spiders. I'm not afraid of snakes, but I don't like spiders. She has these orb weavers on her back porch sometimes because they live, like I said, in a rural town. And I'm like, yeah, he wouldn't be up there if I was living here. She goes, that's my friend.
4 dogs,
like,
1 pig. That's
awesome. There you go. That's why I forgot that Harley died. Yeah, there you go. And 2 kids. And 3 kids. You got a husband too, so that counts as a kid. I promise you, she'll tell you that too. Now, you were mentioning frisbee golf earlier. Her husband's really good at frisbee golf.
Oh, really?
Karen's son and him play. They're playing now, and he's out going out extra to play to try to get as good as Adam, because Adam's really good.
Well,
so.
Danielle's kids are I think nationally ranked. They're,
wow.
She's on her Instagram and stuff. She shows them always doing traveling for tournaments, I guess they would be called. I don't know what they're called.
Yeah, I don't play frisbee golf. I play real
But
golf.
yeah, they are really, really good. So that's really, it's so big now. It's like in this area, more and more people are playing all the time. And they at the college, they have this, they have a whole course set up and stuff. So
when I go to yard sales and you see those professional discs, they aren't cheap.
They are not
those
cheap,
things are
for sure.
very expensive.
Dude,
so when I find them, sometimes I give mine to him. And he was like, "Oh, I like that. Yeah, I like that. I'll take it."
Did you see Drew Profit Monster when he went into that lake and fetched all those? All the discs out? Oh my gosh. It was, I mean, he got so many of them. And he tried
to have golf balls.
Oh yeah, but he tried.
They're not cheap either.
Had phone numbers on it, and he called the people and stuff. It was pretty cool.
Oh no, those become mine and resellable once I dig them out of the water.
Well, I think some of them he cleaned up and stuff, but it was still, he had so many. It was crazy. But he had to go into nasty water and go down and dig them all up.
Yeah, none of my kids are interested in the reselling game. That's for sure. Alicia specifically hates the bins. Don't want to go there. Now, Gentry, my granddaughter, her daughter, loves to go to the thrift stores and places like that because she knows she's getting some stuff.
Good night,
good night, Lori.
Great night.
And Erica has no desire. Of course, she's working all the time. And then Sarah's done a little bit, but Sarah don't like the fact that eBay gets paid. She's like, "Dad, I sold it for $100 and all I got was $70." Mm-hmm. And I'm like, "Okay, well, they take fees and stuff." And she's like, "Well, that's not fair." I'm like, if you had a brick and mortar store, you'd be paying all that stuff, employees, overhead, all that. So just get over
marketing.
That's you may not want to sell online then. I mean, nobody wants to pay fees, but that's what we get for using it.
Yeah, but the way I look at it is if you were trying to sell something at home, how much could you possibly get? Whereas you have like international audience to look at your item and they're paying to market those and have a site for it. So Chuck.
Hey, Chuck.
Hey, Chuck.
Hey, Chuck, we heard this rumor that you're going to be doing a live with Gino with his shirt open.
Okay, but Chuck, if Nate is not there, you can't go easy on him. You need to ask him the hard questions, just like Nate would, because I think you're just too soft-hearted and you'll be like easy on him.
Yeah.
So we want to hear those.
Make it an experience. Make it an experience.
Eyeballs cost money?
What the heck's he talking about?
I don't know, Travis.
Has he been in front of Goodwill? Did somebody donate eyeballs to Goodwill and he's out front taking those too?
Probably. He's probably giving them away tomorrow. By the way, if you are not following Bartermania, you should be, because tomorrow he is having from 7 to 9 Central a huge giveaway where he's giving stuff away every 5 minutes for 2 hours straight, just as like a thank you given back to all his subscribers because he finally got monetized and will make his nickels on YouTube now.
Yeah, that's what it is, nickels. Yeah, Chuck, he's going to be on an hour after you start, so I mean, no matter when you go live, when go on, you're going to conflict with somebody. So might as well be Chuck and Gino.
But right? I can't wait to see Chuck and Gino together. It should be an interesting.
He's giving away cash. He's giving away cash. So maybe Chuck, if you and Gino come up with a giveaway tomorrow night, you might keep your audience rather than run over to get
giving away an Enaman.
Yeah, I'd say he's giving away the original. I think, like me, the one I had back there.
No, I don't think so.
It's Travis, isn't yours the original Enaman like mine, the green one?
I don't think so.
Oh, maybe not.
$200 cash plus cool gigawatts.
We like gigawatts.
I like me some gigawatts.
They're like megawatts because you're going to have to pay $200 to pay for your megawatts.
Soft like cack.
We know what you meant, Travis.
I don't mean like a wimpo. Yeah, Travis has some really cool stuff on his channel. Oh, did you see the where he went to the horse farm?
Where what? When he went to the rescue farm?
Yeah, that was
feeding them carrots.
Yeah, Travis's had a friend that he knows that passed away, and rather than give gifts or anything for that family, they asked that you go out and do something out of your comfort zone. And he went and donated carrots in his time for this horse sanctuary in Texas. It was a really cool video.
You can tell Travis hadn't been around horses too much.
He is so uncomfortable
Like,
around the horses.
Can I pet him this way or that way? I'm like, yeah, yes, dude. Just freaking pet the horse, okay? What would have been funny is one of them when he was not feeding one of them a carrot, the other one was mad. If he'd have like stuck his head through the fence and bit Travis on the tail end or something, that'd been funny.
Kevin signed it. Well, it's worthless now.
When my girls were little, we lived on a farm in western Oklahoma, and the people that before us had got evicted for not paying, but they had a horse and it was a stud, and they didn't have a saddle or anything, just a bridle. And so I said, well, I can ride bareback. And they said, well, he's a stud. He's kind of cantankerous, so you got to be careful. And my, at that time, wife was gone. But she said before she left, don't put my children on that horse. And so I went out there and I put Erica, led her around a little bit on the horse in the corral.
Of course, you jumped right on there and
did it. No problem. And then Sarah was just a little bitty, like not even, I don't think she was 3. And so I got up and rode for a minute, and then I got off and I put her on, and I went to get on, but I didn't have a saddle. So I had to stand on this like piece of machinery.
Yeah.
And as I went over to put my leg over, I kicked him in the flanks, and he started bucking, and he threw both of us. So I grabbed Sarah like this.
Oh my gosh.
And I turned my body. So when I landed, it knocked the wind out of me, but I protected her. Right. So I get up and now I'm scared. I'm like, okay, you're okay. Yeah. Hey, whatever you guys do not say anything when she comes
to your
home.
Mom.
And they're like, we won't, Dad. We won't, Dad. Car pulls up. Mom, guess what? Sarah and Dad got thrown off the horse.
Good girls. Exactly what they're supposed to do.
So, needless to say, yeah.
Chuck.
Yeah. So studs are a little more, Chuck. We would be rougher than a mare or a gelding, but when I was watching Travis feed them, he was loving feeding carrots.
Yeah,
some of them horses really were pretty bad. That one that had the slope back, I was like, oh my God, that horse was pretty bad. There were some pretty ones too, though.
I'm just like, why does if they're using that water hose every single day to spray up the horses, why do they not have a sprayer on it?
I don't know.
That made me suspect. Like, do you really actually spray up these horses?
Well, I was just hoping Travis was going to kiss the pig instead of just petting it on the snout.
I wanted him to ride a horse so bad because I think that would have been hilarious.
Would have got you some views, Travis.
Yep.
The cowgirls would have come out and said, "Cowboy rides away." Well, maybe not cowboy, but you get the idea.
Me and my mom looked up the movie Travis was in. Like, we didn't see him though. It's like sci-fi movie he was in a couple years ago.
Yeah, that's right. I got flung. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. And I was worried more about her because I've been thrown before, but not like with my little child on with me.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah.
It's like,
and then he tore through some fence and got cut in the chest and stuff. He ran through some barbed wire. So, and then a cousin or a niece of mine came up from Dallas with a saddle a couple weeks later. And she got on him, and she didn't cinch the saddle tight enough, so the saddle went under his belly, and he started bucking it through her, too. I was like, okay, that's it. And the people that owned him didn't have a place to stable him, but they were worried about him after that. So they're like, we're coming to get that horse before y'all kill it. So, needless to say. Well, hey, it's that time of night, folks. Sesame Street's almost on, and Big Bird and Bert and Ernie are waiting on me. And, well, it's Big Brother, guys. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
The good thing about watching it later is I can fast forward to the commercials.
Sounds like a plan.
I would say that Travis and Philly Flipper and Chuck were my big brothers, but none of them are. Well, yeah, they are kind of.
They're bigger.
Yeah.
They're definitely taller than you.
Yeah, Big Brother. The show,
So tomorrow, 6 o'clock, make sure you go to Back Row Bitter Chuck's channel so you can see him and Gino, and then head over between 7 and 9 Central Time to see Barter Mania Travis do his giveaway. And we'll be on my channel next week, as always. So we appreciate you hanging out with us.
Yeah. And Chuck, she wasn't saying like just run off at 7 to go to Travis and run away.
I was like, but sometime between 7 and 9, head up, mosey. And
next week we should have an unboxing video from Van, who's sending some stuff from Chicago to both of us that we can unbox because we don't know what's coming.
Nope.
So, and it's all to resell. So he's nice enough to do it, and we're going to take it.
We appreciate him, and he's just a sweet guy, and he just wants to be a part of the stream, and we love that.
Yep. Y'all have a good night. Take care.
Bye, guys.